I was very excited when you shared with me that you have this part of the course. I think that's really exciting. And I'm super stoked to share with you one of the tools that I use with every single one of my businesses. And I teach this to every single one of my clients, and it's called a business map. So it's not a business plan, it's a business map, which essentially it's an at a glance, easy to digest document that clarifies where your company is, where your business is, and where you want to go. And it allows you to stay on track and achieve the outcomes that you desire a lot sooner. So it's almost like an accountability partner and a strategist all in one place in the form of a document, essentially. So mine is just a simple Word document, and I look at it every quarter. Well, that's not true. Actually, I look at mine more regularly because for me, it's a really essential tool that I use, for example, for social media posts. That I have a social media manager, but we work with my business map. I use it for any kind of promotional material, branding, all of that. And I'll kind of get into that. But typically you would look at this every 3 months, the way that it's designed. And so on this document, there are a number of questions that you fill out, and then you tweak along the way. So you can use this, I should also say, you can use this if you're just starting out, and you can use this if, for me, like Anna is 10 years old and I still use it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over some of the questions that I have in my business map. And so, and I would also suggest that you can add, you can tweak, you can edit so that it's more relevant for your business. Does that make sense? Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. See if this works. Okay. Okay. You see that? Okay, awesome. Perfect. I'm just going to move this down there. Okay. So, so some of the questions that are on my business map are, what is your X factor? So what makes you stand out from your competitors? What makes you special? What makes you unique? So put yourself in the shoes of your client. Why do they want to work with you and not somebody else? Who is your current client? And also a follow-up to this would, who does your client need to be? So this isn't, I don't think this is on the, no, it's not on the PowerPoint, but who does your client need to be? Because you may have been working for 6 months and you might need to shift who you're marketing to or expand who you're reaching out to, right? Or the opposite, you might need to niche down and create a narrower demographic, okay? Next question is, what are your clients' pain points? And this obviously is a big one. It's talked a lot about in business courses and things like that. But I would invite you to go really deep into this, dig really, really deep. Like for example, I'm a coach and I help people develop more confidence because they're stuck in a job that they hate or something. So then I would go deeper into like, why do they hate their job? Where do they feel stuck? Are there issues of scarcity? Is it, just really, really, really dig deep. Like when they wake up in the morning, what are their deepest fears? And why aren't they doing what they need to do in order to create the life that they want, for example, right? So it's a really great area to get super clear on. What will your client need in the future? And this is an important one to ask yourself, and it's often overlooked because we don't really think about this. So what I would say is I invite you to spend a little bit of time thinking about what your client will need from you in the future. So you have your client, you're working with them. Anticipate what their needs are going to be in the future so then you can be there like a knight in shining armor when they need it. Ta-da! So next question, what is the focus or the mission of your business? Again, get super, super, super clear. Dive in deep, right? So the focus or the mission of Anna could be, it's a retreat center and a yoga teacher training center that offers clients, an escape from life or a certification, to become a yoga teacher. But if I was to go deeper, I'd be like, the mission of the business is to literally transform our guests at a cellular level, right? So it's like you can have fun and go deep into the focus or the mission of your business. And then is your current communications, your messaging, and your branding reflecting that? Mm-hmm. Right? Is it reflecting the fact that we want to transform our guests at a cellular level? Have we been posting kind of whatever we felt, was relevant on social media without really thinking about that mission? Yeah. And here's another thing. Are you also posting without thinking about your X factor? Are you also posting without thinking about your client's pain points? Right? So again, the theme today has been this intimate connection, right? Exactly. So again, a really important area to, and that's why we look at this every 3 months, every quarter. Are your revenues or your profits, are they growing? Are they declining? Are they staying the same, and for how long? Right? Another very important area to look at. Okay. Next question. What are the current problems within your business that need to be addressed? So basically, what's not working? Right? What's not working? And a lot of time we spend, if this is working, we want to do more of that, but we're not really focused on what's not working. And here's the other thing. You get hurt in the area of the business, the area of your business that you don't know how to do very well, that you just, don't like doing, even if you can do it well, you don't like it, or you ignore. It's the area of the business that you're going to get hurt in the most. So look at where the current problems are within the business that need to be addressed. And then what types of problems do you need to anticipate? And this is a little bit of a weird question, right? We don't have a crystal ball. We can't really see the future. But if we spend some time brainstorming and you shift your mindset to think about, okay, well, what could be around the corner that I can anticipate, then you can get super strategic. Who on your team is working well? Who on your team is not working out well? And if you don't have a team, it's you. So what are you doing well and what are you doing not so well? Just to get honest, super transparent. And then who do you need or who is missing from your team? So do you need a VA, right? Do you need a social media manager, or maybe you need a marketing firm, depending on how big you are? Mm-hmm. Do you need a bookkeeper? Or again, if you're big enough, maybe you need an in-house accountant, right? So again, important questions to ask yourself. And this is why we look at the business map every quarter, because at quarter one, the answer could be very, very different than at quarter four, right? What are the outcomes that you want for your business? So this is where this is the juicy stuff, right? This is like the goals of your business. Where do you see yourself taking it? What does it look like in the future? And you can go ahead and think really, really big. And then I tell my clients, think really, really big, and then take it even farther than that, right? This is the fun stuff. This is where you get to visualize and play and just go for it.
Dream big.
Yeah, that's it. Pie in the sky, dream big. If nothing could stop you, where would you take it? And then the next question is why, right? Why do you want to achieve these outcomes?
Inspired by Simon Sinek.
Yeah, and actually it's funny because I was big on my why before I even knew who Simon Sinek was, who I love. I love him so much. But why is the driving factor, right, behind it all? Yep. And I love Simon, but I've been big on why for a long, long time with my clients, because if we don't have our why, we're not going to stay on track. It's like I said, it's the driving force. And also sometimes we might need to change it.
Sure.
Right? To keep us authentic and genuine, depending on the evolution and the growth of our business, we might need to change our why. So that'll keep us, authentic in our pursuit to grow our business. Okay. And then, so a lot of people go, what are your 1-year goals, 5-year goals, 10-year goals? I go the other way. So what are your 1-year goals? And then what are your 6-month goals? And then what are your 3-month goals? And then you can kind of see where this is going, because this is a document that I recommend looking at every 3 months, right? So then you ask yourself, what are the strategies in place to achieve those goals? And then last but not least, what actions can you take, like right now, like today, towards implementing those strategies and achieving your 3-month goals? So essentially you look at the year ahead, you break it down into 6 months. Like, what do I have to do to get, like, halfway to get there? And then halfway to get to 6 months, what are my 3-month goals? And then you decide on action steps that you literally can start implementing today to start working towards those 3-month goals. And then in 3 months from now, you're going to go back and then you're going to check in to see where you're at, to see if you're still on track, to see if you need to tweak. And this has been, like, again, I use it for every single one of my businesses. It's a huge tool to help me stay on track. And I believe that it's helped me grow, or not necessarily grow faster, but get further faster, if that makes sense.
Right.